Oh my gosh. What is going on, guys? So today we are way out in the marsh and I've never fished this area before. I have no idea what we're gonna get, so I came fully prepared. We got a bait rod, we got 4 gar rods, we got an artificial rod. We could probably get some redfish in here, but obviously my goal per usual is a giant gator gar. So we're gonna see if we can do something here. I got shad, I got carp, I got mullet. Let's go ahead, get some big baits out and see if we catch a giant. Alrighty, first bait going out is a big mullet. Now, as you can see, I have wire on here. That's because this is very brackish water, like I said, so there's a good possibility of sharks. Not after sharks, but I don't want to get broken off if I hook one, so let's see what can happen. And I did bring some artificials, but I felt the depth here and it is pretty dang shallow, so we actually might move. Alrighty guys, I moved way out, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Let's see what happens. Right here we're trying the Gar Saver rig. As I've said a few times in my videos, it basically allows you to use treble hooks without the gar swallowing them, because there's a very good chance it could injure or kill the gar if they swallow 2 treble hooks. So there's a stopper here, and Kyle, or the Fish Whisperer on social media, made this rig. Definitely check him out. You can purchase it from his website, Gar Saver Rig, I think just garsaverrig.com. But super cool invention, so I'm gonna try it out. This is one I kind of made myself, but essentially the gar eat the bait from the side, so whenever the gar have the bait in their mouth like this stopper is going to be on the side of their jaw and they can't get it, they actually can't swallow it. Oh, this is a big one. Nope, that one's a little small. We're gonna throw him back. I'm after giant gar, so we're gonna have to use some giant bait. Okay, we got something on the Gar Saver rig, of course. Some of the, where is he? What? Whoa, that's gotta be a shark. I think. Oh my gosh, dude, he's fighting like crazy. That's gotta be a shark on the Gar Saver rig again, bro. I mean, it might not be a shark, but I caught a shark on this rig like 2 weeks ago. Shark on double treble hooks again. Little bull shark. Yeah, we can unhook him in the water for sure. I knew by the run that it wasn't a gar, but could get a redfish or something. I've caught a redfish on the Gar Saver rig before. There we go. Okay. I don't know. It could be a gar that's like feeling the tension, so he's freaking out. It's a shark. They swim at you so fast. It's crazy, dude. You gotta try something else, because I haven't seen a single gar roll. I haven't had a single run from a gar, I don't think. I mean, it might not be a shark. It might be like a red, but it's probably a shark. Yep. Golly. My gosh. He's not giving up, bro. Oh my gosh. This is one of the hardest fighting little sharks I've ever caught, without a doubt. Come on. Look at those little teeth. Oh, not quite. That's just the cotton thread. That's a cool picture right there. All right, little buddy. Get off. Their skin is so tough. There we go. That's why it's important to use barbless hooks when targeting them. There's something dead floating up here. How much money y'all want to bet it's a gar? Yep. Every single time, man. People just be shooting and look. Cut the head off, threw it back. It's crazy, man. I find them with their jaw broken off. I find them arrow holes in them, just left to rot. And that people think they're like doing a service to the ecosystem, but in reality they're doing a huge disservice, because gar are native and they eat the weak and genetically inferior in the ecosystem. So if you remove them, the ecosystem collapses. There's a reason they reintroduced them up north where Asian carp are taking over. They're supposed to be here. They don't eat game fish, which is also a made-up term. All right, we're throwing this giant carp head way out to the middle of open water. That's slippery. All right. Okay guys, we are at another spot. I've been hopping around in this boat for hours. Might have found a good one. Don't know till you try though. Let's go ahead and get some carp out, and some catfish, and some mullet. You know what guys, I'm gonna put these baits out, and then we're actually gonna put a huge popper on this rod. That's a 100-pound braid. All my other ones are 130, so I can cast that farther. And we're gonna go for some jacks. And then honestly, if we don't get any jacks on the popper, I might get a live mullet and put that out on that rod as well. Okay guys, slight change of plans, sort of. We're gonna keep gar fishing, but I'm putting out a tarpon rod after we throw for jacks. We're gonna put a live mullet on the bottom with a circle hook and just see what we can get. Alrighty guys, let's see if we can find these jacks. See if they're hungry. It should be like a dinner bell to them. This big old popper. There's some mullet. Yeah, we got plenty of bait to put on the bottom after this. Y'all would not believe how hot it is today, bro. That's crazy. I'm sweating. I never sweat. I'm with that current. Take the bait way out there to that deep water. All right, we're gonna put our gar rods over there, and then we're gonna catch live mullet, and we're gonna put 2 live mullet out on the bottom on the spinning rod and the other conventional rod. Okay guys, looks like someone's playing with the gar saver rig. I can't really tell. I thought I heard a click, but it looks like it's going slack. Might be tripping. There's something on there. Yeah, there is something on there. Is it a gar? I doubt it, but it's possible. Damn, we're on a snag. I got whatever it is, but we are on a freaking snag. My goodness, are we on a snag? Oh, it is a gar. I see its tail. Get off that snag. I got the fish, but let me get in. My phone didn't overheat. There we go. And we did get a gar. Look at that. No way. I did not expect that at all. Oh, and we lost the gar. That's okay. That was a little baby, but I'm just shocked we caught one, or caught one. So that makes me feel better. Okay, so we know they're here, and while we know they are here and we're gonna be fishing for them, we're gonna put out some big jack and tarpon baits. Alrighty guys, let us go ahead and get some mullet. There we go. Terrible throw. Net got tangled, but it don't matter. Let's get it. Let's put the biggest ones on, see if we catch tarpon. All right, live mullet going out. All right, we got something I would say pretty big on the cut mullet, probably a catfish, but we just saw a gar roll over there, which is kind of shocking considering how fast that water's moving. But let's see what we got here. Yep, perfect. We're gonna put that on whole. This hardhead just shot out a bunch of eggs. Look, it's cut. I don't know if these are both eggs, but I'd imagine so. Alrighty, whole huge hardhead catfish going out. That is quite the bait right there. I don't know if I caught that, but a gar just surfaced right in front of me. Only small gar so far, but you never know when that giant can pass by. If it's ever like so excruciatingly hot you want to go home, or like you run out of water, or maybe not if you run out of water, but if you're really hot, literally just get in the water and it's like back to normal. Okay, we got something, and it is not a catfish. Dude, it almost feels like a gar. I had on 2 tiny chunks of mullet. I'm just nervous because, nope, that's not a gar. No, it might be a gar. It might be a gar. That's probably a gar. That's what I love. Yep, it is a gar. Look at him. Oh no! I'm interested to know how and where these guys spawn, because they got to be doing it successfully if there's this many of them, you know. Okay, this one's booking it. I don't even know if that's a gar. We may have to just set on this one. I don't think it's a gar. Is he on there? He is on there. He's swimming to the side. He's fighting really weird. Maybe your gaff top. Yep, nice, perfect bait right there. Nice gaff top. We're gonna keep him for bait. We're just gonna have to find him. Where is he? Is he swimming to the side? What's happening? I don't know what's going on, guys. My line's just steady going to the left. There we go. Got him. Giant fish. Okay. Oh, he's still on. He shook the catfish. He's still on. I didn't even see him. I don't know how big he is, but he shook the catfish off. That's what I was trying to do with the extra hook sets. I was trying to get that bait off. Here we go. Oh, heavy fish, guys. Heavy fish, but he feels super heavy. And now I will say with this current, he's probably not as big as he feels though. I totally forgot about that. Let's see him. Nice. Nice fish. Nice fish. I was really expecting it to be a giant because of the size of the bait, but I will take it. All right, we found the golden ticket. That's the catfish. Whoa, buddy. Don't hit your head on the rocks. We just try to get him up in this little crack here, and then we can rope him if possible. Okay, oh my gosh. He is strong. I say he, because this is probably a male. The fish that are 4 to 5 foot are usually male, unless it's, you know, a growing female, but the females are the big ones. Those are the ones that are even more important to release because they're breeders. Okay, that's not a bad fish at all. All right, we're gonna keep doing, look how beautiful that fish is, the salty water. Gorgeous, gorgeous fish. All right, let's see if we can get this hook out of her. Always do this when you're leaving your rod, in case they freak out and go back in, you don't lose it. That's why we do it. The bait clicker. I know that hook isn't far at all because it shook the catfish. Sometimes just because you see the hook doesn't mean you should remove it. Trying extra hard to remove the hook can actually do a lot more harm than good. I've tagged and released many alligator gar, and 4 of those gar I recaptured myself, and then another one my buddy recaptured. He actually caught it twice after that. And some of those, you could see the hook in the throat, similar to this one. They were fine, right? It's tiny 1/0 live bait hook. You don't want to leave the hook in the fish, but it's a lot better for the fish instead of digging in there and trying to rip it out. I've had that happen with a stingray before. I was like digging in the mouth to try to get the hook out, and I did. And then it washed back up on the shore like 20 minutes later. It died because it bled out and had rips in its throat, right? It's a lot of times better to leave the hook, especially if you're using a 1/0 live bait hook. Like I am proof that they work even if you have to leave the hook in. I've caught many of my own fish after leaving the hook in, not on purpose, but just because that's what happens with gator gar. Now we are trying new things with the Gar Saver rig, but this is tried and true. I know it is a safe method for these fish. They either form an abscess around the hook and it rusts out over a period of time. It's not a few weeks like people say, it's a while, but either they form an abscess over it and then it rusts, or they pass the hook. And it's this big, so yeah. Let's rope this fish because it's kind of crazy. Just want to give a shout out to fishtagger.com, man. They have been absolutely killing it. They lower the price of the tags. They give me so many, and the app is incredible. You can finally like edit the tags and add new information and whatnot. Like I've been reaching out to them because I had a lot of old tags that needed updated info, and even some fish I realized didn't even have logged information, which is just a dumb mistake on my part, just not logging the fish. And I have over 80 tagged gar. That fish will probably never be seen again, but you never know. There's a decent one right there. Very good fish. This DJI, man, this DJI camera on my tripod, it overheats non-stop. I don't know what to do about it. I have it in a protected casing as well, and it still overheats. I don't know, but very nice fish. A lot heavier than I thought. Let's go and get her back. All right, so now we know there's decent ones here. Are there? That was a crazy drop off, guys. Good fish. Let's go. I am gassed, as y'all can tell. But we found a decent one, so we just got to keep trying, man. If I fish here till like 5 and I don't get a big one, then we'll move. But as of right now, we still got a chance. Okay, you guys, something ate the mullet. Something ate the mullet way out there. Oh my gosh, it feels huge. I'm nervous. Is he still on? Please still be on, please. He's still on. He's still on. I got something. I got something big. Holy, wait. This is huge. If it's a shark though, he's probably gonna cut me off. But we got something. Something big. And he bit extremely far out. I mean, way out there. I let the current take that float forever. I'm nervous it's a shark. I don't want to catch another shark. Not that I dislike catching sharks, it's just like I'm after something crazy, you know? I mean, he keeps swimming at me and they give me a lot of weight like a shark, but it's hard for me to believe that it's a shark with this leader. I mean, I'm using braided leader. He's swimming steady left like a shark. If it's a shark, it's gotta be hooked perfectly in the corner. All right, let's follow this fish. Oh my gosh, it's hot. This has to be a shark by the way it's fighting, I would think. Yep, that's a shark. What the heck? No shock leader too. All right, buddy, don't freak out. They're so strong. Okay, let's show you all this shark real quick. All right, guys. Not the tarpon or jack I'm after, but I'd be lying if I said they didn't fight extremely hard for their size. Hopefully this dude gets huge, and hopefully we see him another day. Alrighty guys, that is gonna do it for today. You know, you can't ask for much more than this. Bull shark after bull shark, catfish after catfish, and we hooked into quite a few gar. I'm just still struggling with this rig for some reason, but we got a nice one, so I can't complain. And I found a new spot. You know, I've never fished here before, so it's always good to find a new location. And I'm not giving up on it. I really do think there could be some giants here, and I'm about to go to a new spot. So if we catch anything, then that'll be the next video maybe. I don't know. We're just gonna have to see what happens. But as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next fishing video.